You're getting warmer. Our discussion tonight's going to be about who likes to talk, some injuries, allergies, sleeping, alcoholism, tendons. We'll find out more about that. Also, who's the pain in the neck? And if you don't listen, then there's discussion about orange light. Oh, and there's a special meditation. So that's coming up next. Welcome to the newest spirit radio show by the Society of Novus Spiritus, founded by world-renowned spiritual teacher Sylvia Browne. August 13th of 2025. So something sounds familiar for that. Anyway, coming to you live from California, both NorCal and SoCal are your hosts, Reverend Tom Bigley and Reverend Catherine Taylor, playing audio segments we call Messages from Spirit. Why? Helping you understand the fundamental question. What are we here for?
These segments are recorded trance sessions from Francine, Sylvia's spirit guide. So for new people, Sylvia was a full trance medium, which means Sylvia contracted to let her and Francine's essences exchange places in Sylvia's body. And we think of our bodies being similar to a car. One driver gets out and another driver gets in. And this allowed Francine to share spiritual knowledge with us directly from the other side.
On occasion, another master teacher and healer, a guide named Raheim, would exchange with Sylvia and present us with spiritual information as well. Francine and Raheim share directly from sources like the Akashic Records, Mother and Father God, our spirit guides, Christ, and many others.
And meanwhile, during trance, Sylvia would sit on a nice bench in a rose garden on the other side.
And here are our hosts, Reverend Catherine Taylor and Reverend Tom Bigley.
Hello, how's it going?
We are going.
Marvelous, marvelous.
The reason, well, I guess I'll pat myself on the back.
For it.
What is familiar about August 13 of 19? Well, okay, I'll. What is it? Maybe spoil the surprise. 1961.
Is it your birthday?
It is.
Happy birthday. That is
Thank
so
you.
exciting. You made it another year. Let's go.
Yep.
Fabulous. Happy birthday.
Took some time twisting my arm to say, okay, sit down and don't do. That's what was the challenge for today.
Very nice.
Welcome all the new viewers, subscribers, everyone that's showing up here, whether you're watching live or later on. Welcome. I want to share an announcement. Yes, see, you can tell I'm a little slow jumping into things here because I've told myself, don't do anything today. We're gonna stop, and it's now taking effect. For new people, I want to talk about our agenda. We like to talk about, that we start out with some announcements, and then how did you use Novus Spiritus philosophy? If you're familiar with that, now's a good time to start posting in the chat so we can share with everybody. Later, let's see, we have special prayers and a moment of silence. Then we get into the trance segments, and there's a special meditation. So this one's going to be from Raheim.
Cool.
I'll talk about some closing notes, and then a little bit later we have our special prayer ceremony that everybody's welcome to participate in called the Novena. I'll talk about that a little bit later, and that's followed by finding out what you're appreciative of. Also, that we conclude with a prayer by Sylvia. Now's our time for lighting of the candle, and if you are in a location where it's safe to do so, by all means, do that as well. Otherwise, those flickering fun LED things are helpful too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not get a tiki lantern going here. We just want a candle. There we go. It will settle into that. Let's see. Now it's time for announcements. I want to, again, welcome to all the new subscribers and followers. Do you want to help others benefit from this content? Could you help pay it forward and help promote this content? Well, on Facebook, if you would share, like, and follow. On YouTube, if you could subscribe, give a thumbs up, and click on the bell so that you'll get a notice when we do go live, or when this is out there for you to watch. If you like, you can also donate. We do take credit card, Venmo, and PayPal, and my finger doesn't open up. Zelle. Zelle is a money transfer service between a lot of the major banks that you can use. You can send to Novus. No, send to office@novus.org. Also, on the website, you can, on the website, you can, use credit card, Venmo, or PayPal. I don't have any events to announce at this time. However, I still want to figure out how I'm going to reword this, but here we go. If you want to grow and build better spiritual future, a reading with Chris Dufresne can help. Just like planting a tree, the best time to start was in the past, and the next best time is
today. Right
today.
now.
That's right. So grow your spiritual journey today with a reading from Chris. Also, don't miss out on Chris question specials. Go to the website, put your email in, you'll get notifications. I see on several of his different postings, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, there are some specials going on. Facebook users, yes, you're probably familiar, but if you're new on Facebook, Facebook is going to delete videos like this after 30 days. It's their new policy. So you'll have to, when you want to come back later on and watch these, you'll have to find another venue for that, namely YouTube. Also, in the, if you want to be seen, you want your name to be seen in chat, if you go to the descriptions, click on that link in there that says talkstudio.streamlabs.com/Facebook. Click on that and accept the permissions over there. It's some policy with Facebook. And unfortunately, I understand we've heard that it is a one-time thing. So I appreciate the help with that. Now is our fun featured segment called How Did You Use Novus Spiritus Philosophy, where we like to share and hear from you. How did you use Novus Spiritus Philosophy in the last week? I like to point at Kat and say, either you go first, we do Rochambeau, or point at me, or go start reading in the comments.
Feels like a Rochambeau day.
Oh, really?
Okay. If you're game, I'm game.
I'm game. All right.
All right.
Not gamey, just game. All right. Here we go. Right. Rock, scissors, paper. Ooh, you win.
Okay. I would love to hear what you used of Novus philosophy.
All right. Let's see where my... this was a unique experience for me. I recall waking up from a dream where in the dream itself I had been crying, which is unusual for me to be crying in a dream. And when I woke up from that, I also got emotional from that. And I was, okay, this is different. What's going on? Well, for me, stopping and thinking about it, crying is a form of release. We've heard that from Francine and Raheim, that it's, it's an emotional release. It's the kind of thing we don't, it's not good for us to bottle stuff up. The challenge is, it reminded me of release of a trauma, but I don't recall what the trauma was. I just recall these, I don't want to call it symptom because that show talks about ailment, but it's a form of healing, I guess, or release in a sense. So that was a helpful for me to realize, okay, whatever it was, either that or I need to focus more. figure out what that is to help release it. But when I was thinking about it, I thought it was in terms of it is being released. It's in the process, even though I don't know what the specific is.
I'm really glad that you had that experience, and it's funny you mentioned dreams because that was going to be what I brought up today too.
I'll let you do that.
All righty. All righty. I had a really emotional dream too.
Well, wow, okay.
Yeah, it's really interesting. What happened was there's someone in my waking life that I worry about constantly. Just really been going through a tough time, and and also in my waking life, I'm a marriage and family therapist licensed in California and have a private practice. And so every now and then I'll get super stuck on something, and I'll have a dream where I'm talking to my mentor in grad school. Who was just the most marvelous, incredibly gifted healer of people. Just marvelous, marvelous person. And so I haven't dreamt about her in a while, but this person, this friend of mine was really on my mind, and I was talking to her about him, just trying to work through the problem and some natural
in
solutions.
The dream or in real
the
life?
Dream.
In the dream.
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
Great.
So in the dream, I haven't spoken to my mentor in a while. So in the dream, I approached her and I was like, "Do you have X, Y, and Z?" And I was like naturally coming up with these different solutions as I was talking to her. And I was like, "Hey, do you have access to X, Y, and Z things?" And she's like, "Yes." And then that got into my emotional release because she's like, "Well, what's this about?" And I said, "I've got this," and I just lost it with all of this emotion that I have not been able to emote. In my waking life, I have not been able to emote this stuff. It's just been this worry that I've been carrying around for a while. And I woke up feeling a lot lighter, more clarity because, thanks be to God and spirit guides and whoever else, some solutions did come out of that were kind of naturally things that came to mind. And I had and I woke up with some observations that I hadn't quite processed too. And so I've got some things that I woke up with that I can try. And also just my emotions felt like they had just changed and shifted. So I thank God for that, for that moment. And, so it's just super, super interesting that you brought up crying in dreams because I was like, oh man, I'm so worried about this loved one.
When you asked your mentor about, do you have this, or this, was that a new solution that you hadn't heard before, and you were you brought it up in the dream, or was that something you were thinking about?
It was something that I had not thought about, but it came out of me. It was just like, it was like a pre-script thing that was like, pop the cassette in and go.
Yeah. That
was what was coming out of me. Was just like, hey doctor, do you happen to have this, and this? Because I was thinking about it, and then it just came out, and then I got into the emotion. So it was really interesting that I came out with both practical solutions and as well as this just emotional release that I'm so thankful to God for, because I've been carrying this worry because I love this individual so much and want them to do well. So thank you, God.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fun.
Dreams.
All right. Now it's time to interrogate the listeners.
Fantastic.
I mean, would they like to share?
Oh, I think a few folks might. Reverend Danny's here. Reverend Yvonne is here. Hello to both of you fantastic folks and all of our listeners. Let's see here. Got a few folks commenting. Nice shirt, Reverend Tom. Happy birthday, Reverend Tom.
You're welcome.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Carmita says, can't stay tonight. Waking up tomorrow at 2 a.m. To go to the airport. We'll miss you all. I'll be listening and recording tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Happy birthday, Reverend Tom. Love you all.
All
Love you
right.
back, and safe travels. Prayers your way
Yes.
for smooth, happy travels. Fantastic. Let's see here. Thomas shares, been working on getting my anger out and not holding it in. Oh, good for you. Yeah, because we started talking about that last week. That's great. I need to, since I'm diabetic. We got some practice last week after someone tried to demean me last week at work. Ooh, good for you. I'm real proud of you. Keep it up. Let us know how it goes. And then he says, and that person walked away from me and I felt better. Good. Very good. Very good. Yeah, lots of comments about release all around, both from Facebook and YouTube. So we're all letting things that we need to let go of, and this is marvelous. But thank you so much for sharing them. We will continue to read your comments as we go. And Jorge just popped in and says, thankful to God for all the times my prayers were not answered by God. Oh, that's very thoughtful. That was very thoughtful.
George Strait has a song about that. I think it was either George Strait or who's the other one? Oh, I got him in my mind. Anyway, interesting. It was either that or it was another country singer who had a song about that.
Yeah, it's very, very thoughtful.
Well, it's the. I mean, you can also word it as, well, yeah, God did answer your prayers. No.
Bad idea. For some reason or another.
However, yes, the point is that what you asked for didn't come about for whatever reason. And that's why we use the term for the greater good. You know, what's the greater good for the situation? Somebody's written something in their chart and experience to have to get through the lesson, and we can petition to say, oh, you know, let's avoid those kind of things. However, if it's something that's needed to be done, okay, let's ask for it to be minimized. So if you had in your chart to, you know, the example that's used is a car crash. Well, okay, let's ask for it to be minimized. So instead of a totaling the car, let's make it a paint scratch or a fender bender or something like that. So that we get the lesson that was intended and minimize the effect, or minimize the what's the word? The catastrophe.
Yes. Yes, absolutely true. And Jorge says, exactly, Reverend Tom, something better was to come.
Cool.
Cool. Very cool. All right. We'll continue reading your comments as we go, and look forward to the conversation as it unfolds.
Fun. All right. Well, that means special prayers are next. And yes, it sounds like last week we had some special prayers. This week I'm sure we do. And, you know, requests will come during the week, so we're just going to include all of them. And of course, if you're posting in the comments, that means it's going to be public. But if you want to do private, we do include the private prayers. You can go to the website, post a private prayer on the prayer chain on the website. So, but we do include all of them. So let's take a moment. We're going to have a moment of silence. We're going to ask Mother God, the archetypes, archangels, and even our spirit guides to get involved, make adjustments, do something, help us understand if, you know, things don't work out. You know, we're asking for the greater good. So let's take a moment of silence and visualize what those outcomes are, whether it's for you or for someone else. So, moment of silence. Amen.
Amen.
What? Oh, we did that part. Okay. Oh, and I do like to remind people, be the prayer. If you see a need, fill it.
Marvelous.
We've got that. What's up? Really? I'm trying to read notes here, and I'm a little out of sorts at the moment, but we'll get through this. Okay, we did that. We did that. Oh, okay. Now it's trance segments.
All right, fabulous.
You guys probably knew what was next, and I'm like trying to read what read my notes here.
Hey, you're keeping us on task. It's good. All right.
Yeah, trance segments are next. Go ahead.
Alrighty. So we're picking up from last week with Raheim talking about health, a variety of health things. And as always, we are not doctors. Raheim is also not a doctor. Please consult your doctor. These are all tips that you can, in suggestions to support things that are going on with you or a loved one. You know, pick something out and take it to the doctor and ask. So just as a friendly reminder, but oh my goodness, there's so much cool wisdom here. So he's, in our first segment, going to talk about guides dislike channeling. He's going to talk about, and then he's going to answer a ton of questions in the audience about health things. So we're going to hear about cold sensitivity, enlarged spleens, whiplash injuries, pet allergies and rose hips, arthritis, water weight and iodine, negativity can be perceived loneliness, and how do we deal with that? And then lifelong vitamin C and allergies. And then lastly, red in an aura can be illness. I think that's what he says. I think it's red.
Red in aura can be illness.
Yeah. Yeah. So a person asks like, hey, I see something like it related to an aura. And then, so I'm not entirely sold that that's what the conversation about, but that's my best guess. If anyone has a correction or another suggestion, please feel free to pop it in the comments. So did my best.
All right. Here we go.
Here we go.
And yet you will be blessed by God because you're here and because that is a great feat to come into this place. And that's why most guides do not choose to come. It's because they don't want to come in, because this planet is not conducive to coming in. It makes you feel very tired to come in. Because we're from an elevated place that has no lag of energy. We have no gravitational pull. And then we come into this body that has gravitational pull. Are there any questions pertaining to health? I don't want any other questions tonight, but any questions pertaining to health that I might be able, yes.
Okay, analogy towards coldness. How can I correct it? It's like when you're running in the morning, you break out in hives, but once you heat up, once the sun heat touches your body, the hives go away.
You're saying you have a sensitivity to cold?
Yes.
I want you to release the fact that in a life right before this, you died as an Eskimo. I'm serious about that. I would never tell you something that was not true. And you're really running. Now, because I've told you this, I want you to trust that you will never have this again.
Trust for correctness of the body temperatures?
Yes, that you realize that you did die of extreme cold in a life as an Eskimo, and you won't do it in this life. Thereby, you don't need this goosebump type of hive effect. What happens is your skin texture actually swells with the painfulness of the cold.
Yes, but it's been happening the last few years.
Because in 2 years, in the last life, you died. You never lived beyond that point. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes, in the back.
You said skin problems, starting with something getting under your skin. What is it?
A young male or a younger male that looks like a son or a son figure compounded with the fact that you feel at this point of your life that you have not completed what you wanted to, and you are very disappointed by it, and it's gotten under your skin.
But the fact is that my daughter is much worse. My son is not my daughter.
No, your daughter will right herself, and
You always needed to be needed.
your son doesn't need you, and in many ways he's almost the antithesis of you.
That's true.
So release that about your son. And release your daughter to God. You'll lose this skin irritation. Doesn't it also burn?
It's itching.
And burns.
Yeah, I treat it a lot now. I use some different kinds of soaps.
Don't use soap for a while. Use aloe vera directly from the plant. The plant that looks like a cacti or cactus that you can pull up and it's gooey green. Put that on your skin. It will stop within a week. Yes. How do you reduce an enlarged spleen? I want you to use glasses and glasses of lemon juice. Make it very weak, but do it in large quantities. Also use B6 and potassium alternately. You will reduce the swelling of the spleen. It also will up his mental attitude. Yes.
My right side, my arm.
It's from an injury to your neck. And it was an injury in which you necessarily didn't feel injured, but your neck snapped forward and back like a whiplash. And what I want you to do every morning is I want you to use the herb of chamomile, and I want you to start rotating your arm. Yes, in the back.
Nasal allergies and, throat cough.
Nasal allergies. Yes. Don't you have animals around you?
No animals.
Well, there seems like there is some animals that are near you, but what I would do is I would take about 3,000 rose hips. There is a cat that comes around your place all the time.
Could be outside.
Well, of course it can be anywhere, but it's right outside your door, so it's right there. Yes.
I had tendonitis in my shoulders, and now past week my knees start responding.
You have arthritis. And the best thing to do for arthritis is always to start writing, start painting, also start taking primrose oil and calcium, and stay off dairy products. That's for all arthritic. Yes, in the back.
Francine suggested I ask you about this excess water weight that I'm carrying around. She said it's contributing to fighting negativity. My question is twofold. One, how do I personally fight off this negativity? And second, how can I help others do the same thing? If that's the cause of the weight.
It is, and your negativity is an omission. By that I mean it's because you don't have anyone in your life. And that in itself is a negativity that you're trying to fight. Please be concerned about your guides and loved ones around you, and then you'll lose the water.
Is that the same reason why the thyroid's not working?
That's right.
The skin too?
Yes, and that all is relegated to. And what you have to do is start taking some supplement that has iodine in it, which kelp, of course, is one of the best sources.
Okay, so acupuncture doesn't really help.
No, of course it doesn't. Except it just makes you uncomfortable. Yes.
I'd like to know why I had a detached retina.
Because you lifted something.
Lifting hard.
Yes. But you get it reattached.
It's already done. I've been lazy.
Yes, but you've got to quit. You have a tendency to lift and pick up things very fast, and that's what did it. Aside from the fact you got tired of seeing the whole family.
Why?
That's subconscious. I think you came into this family, which is a wonderful family.
That's beautiful.
It's a beautiful family, but I think you began to see so much, as did your dear wife, seeing so much problems with the children that you were just, especially a dark-haired daughter. Do you know which one I mean?
You mean a dark-haired daughter?
Yes, you have a dark, reddish-haired daughter.
Yeah, okay.
Has to ask his wife who's
I'm
dark-haired.
colorblind.
Yes.
I take allergy shots and medication. I have severe allergies.
You have severe allergies to anything that has to do with wheat.
Can I get rid of this? Or do I have,
Yes, I don't think allergy shots help anybody except the doctor.
is that what's causing me out, for my nose runs constantly, and my eyes itch, and my throat?
If you take enough vitamin C, you'll get over that. You won't need all the allergy shots.
Every day.
Yes, every single day of your life. Yes.
How can I use my abilities to see auras and help them with their health?
Feel them.
Can I change their auras?
Absolutely you can. That's what healing is about. And when you walk up to them and you pass your hands over their immediate 5 or 6 inches above their body, you're changing their aura.
So I can put any color I want to.
Yes, especially green and orange. And you can transmit your own energy to replace theirs, and that's what creates the healing.
Sometimes when I'm looking at someone's aura, I see a break in it.
That means illness is coming through.
So should I complete that?
You go and cement it. You can cement it with your own energy without any loss of energy to you at all. That's eventually what you're going to do in a large scale when you go into the ministry.
Wonderful examples of body verbiage. I like for me anyway, it makes sense, and it's a good question to ask of, okay, you got a pain in your neck, who's the pain in your neck? And if it takes time, meditate about it and see what comes up. Even for myself, listening to those when I was there, even myself, it seemed kind of, ignorant about asking questions, and yet Raheim would give us answers. Usually I'd have to go away and think about it, and then I'd come, understand what the heck he was talking about. Mainly because we're not always aware of, who's the pain in our neck. We may not want to know, or we may not be aware of it. So, and that's what he was talking about, and it's sometimes in our subconscious is irritations that we're not consciously aware of.
Yeah. I think I envision it could be an interesting exercise to just try to become more aware of what I think, because I think different people have different levels of awareness over like what their body kind of issues are. Sometimes things will nag on the on the back of your mind, but they're not really at the front of your mind. But to actually just write a list and very invite your intention into it. Write a list of here's annoying things that my body does, and just allow yourself to kind of sit on it, percolate, let it bubble up, and see is this related to anything in my life? Does anyone immediately come to mind? Have a moment to talk with your spirit guide about the list, and just see if anything comes up. But I think that they're you're dead on. It takes a while for it to come to mind, but we can jumpstart that, I think, by inviting our own awareness, meta awareness, to shine down on this and be like, let me write down every annoying thing and just put it on a piece of paper and see if anything comes to mind about any of the things on there. Yeah.
Cool.
I think I gave myself a homework. Goodness.
Yes. This fun review and fun new information for many people. to my understanding, when Raheim was talking about 3,000 of rose hips, I believe he's referring to vitamin C with
Yes.
rose hips.
Yes.
So things to keep in mind. You want the, what is it? These trances are the original information, the basis of our Journey of the Soul Topic 3, Tools for Life. So that, by all means, you want a reference tool, grab the Journey of the Soul Topic 3. Because there's even a reference in the back. In addition to, there's like a really nice list of issues and remedies that go with it, suggested remedies that go with it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic little cheat sheet. It's great. Let's see here. As I'm looking over at the comments, Ramona says, I've been reading Sylvia's Psychic Healing. Oh my goodness, the possibilities are beyond amazing. I can't get enough. Very cool. Let us know if you tried anything. It'd be super, super interesting and neat to hear. Ramona also shares, Thomas, I have type 2 diabetes, and it's a battle. We can make things better for that. Heck yes, absolutely. Thomas says, I miss my dogs. They've always had a healing effect on me and protected me from negativity. It's good. I hope
You can have them either visit them or have them visit you.
Yeah.
Have them visit you in a dream or meditate and go visit them.
It's a great idea. Aaron asks, is there a reason for migraines? How do you get rid of them? I imagine there's probably a couple of, probably a variety of different ways, or like reasons that people get migraines. I haven't heard them say specifically what causes them. I know that like later on today, he's going to mention helping somebody with migraines. So we'll hear a little bit there, but put a pin in that and we can come back to it. Yeah, in the next segment, we're going to talk a little bit about migraines. In Journey of Souls 3, I recall them saying like dipping a cloth in apple cider vinegar and laying it on the forehead is a natural thing that can help with migraines. And then he's got some more added advice. So there's definitely some things to try. Good question. Lisa says, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Reverend Tom. And Ramona says, we Gnostics are full of willpower, beliefs, and positive programming only. Let's go, Warriors. Amen. Amen. Thank you for sharing that. And Tangela says, yes, there was a segment, and I think it was using niacinamide and apple cider vinegar. Niacinamide and niacin are B vitamins that help with like the blood vessels to kind of expand a little bit so you can have circulation. And that sounds like it might have an effect with migraines if someone has like constriction with their vasculature. I've seen it work on some people. So
I don't recall a combination of the two. It's possible that they're used separate. I do recall the niacinamide or niacin. That's intended to create the flush.
yes,
Very similar to when you're embarrassed
Sure.
and your face flushes. That's what the result that you're looking for, and you can read about that in the Journey of the Soul 3, Topic 3. You take a few, and if it doesn't trigger a flush, then try a few more.
I have tried niacin at different points in my life, and one's chemistry does change over time. Where sometimes I've only needed just a tiny bit to get a flush, and other times I needed a lot. And oh my goodness, it is good to start low and gradually
Inch
your way up. Yeah, you don't want to be like, oh yeah, hit me with
overdo
this
it.
vitamin. Oh God, it is really flushed. Like you're all, yeah. Anyway, do some research, and it does. I have seen it actually work really nicely for some things for some people. So, all right. Do you have any thoughts about what we just heard? Any other thoughts? I thought it was really interesting. Cold sensitivity situation that gentleman had.
Listening to it, that was a past life resonance.
Mm-hmm.
That was a past life carry through that person, well, as he was saying, that person's essence died in his previous life. He died as an Eskimo in the cold. And now the physical body, and he's in this current lifetime, he's coming to about the same age as he passed away in the previous life. So that's why it's becoming more pronounced at this time. Is the body, the physical, because when we come into life, we carry with us our memories, the good and the bad. It's almost like we grab an overcoat and put it on when we come into this life. And that overcoat gives recall to your new physical body.
Mm-hmm.
The memories.
Mm-hmm.
And what that person's body is remembering. Oh, at this time in my life, I froze to death. And so the physical, what's the right word? The physical feelings of freezing to death, resonate. They pop up. Sometimes you may have to do something to trigger the memory physically, and sometimes you don't. It's some people have died from falling off a bridge. So when they come across a bridge about the same time, about the same age as they died in a previous life, when they come over a bridge, all out of nowhere, there's this fear that crops up. Is another example. Well, that's what this gentleman was having, is what Raheim was sharing with him. When you bring that to the attention of the conscious mind, that usually will help release that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what, and if you're not familiar with it, you don't know it, or you didn't figure it out, that's what regressive hypnotherapy is good for. Then your mind is going to spit that out and say, this is what happened. It'll seem like, the scenario will play itself out. And because you'll remember that hypnosis therapy session, you've now made that connection. And the mind is going to go, oh, I don't need to do that anymore. I don't need to think that anymore. Now I get it. Mm-hmm. You can do that in meditation too. There are meditations that guided meditation where it takes you to a past life. You can ask yourself. You can go to ask yourself to go to a past life. And guess what pops up? Usually it's something that's relevant to you right now.
Yep. I definitely had that experience when I volunteered to be a test subject at the hypnosis center, and I didn't know what to expect, and I came in and said, "Yeah, I tend to have like reproductive issues. I don't know, but I didn't have any strong opinions about babies at all. Yeah. I will say that I've never had strong opinions about having a baby. If baby happened, baby happened. That's totally fine. That's been my opinion. That's been my emotional connection to it. But in the hypnosis, I had like this horribly intense emotional outpouring about a miscarriage, like in like hundreds of years ago. That was, it was super, super impactful for me. And I was like, I was younger at the time. I was when I had volunteered to be a test subject. And, it was a topic that was not in my current. It was not like a topic of concern to me in any way, shape, or form. I was just like, I just have bad periods, man. I don't know. It's irritating. It's irritating to me. But in this hypnosis, and I wouldn't even say it was a super like deep hypnosis, because it was like even just moderate. I just had this incredibly strong emotional outpouring. I feel like I cried for like 3 days straight. It was crazy.
Wow.
But you know what? It certainly got the ball rolling towards finding more health and a more emotional lightness, and not having so much heaviness that I didn't know that I had. So there's all sorts of really interesting things that are super helpful with hypnosis to try if you are newer to the channel. And then related to what we were just talking about with this gentleman who had the cold sensitivity from going outside, Reverend Corinne, she would talk to us about how she went in for spiritual counseling with like Francine, Raheim, or did something with hypnosis. I forget which direction she went to find this information out, but it came out because she's like, why do I keep overeating? And the issue that came back to her was you starved in 3 different lives, and one of them was an Eskimo. And they told her, oh, I do remember this was in a trance. She's like, you could only eat whale blubber for so long. And then she was able to come to a healthier place with her relationship, to not worrying about food so much. So super interesting stuff, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question.
Yeah, thank you so much for the question, for sure. Michelle shares, I love how Francine explains how when the pain started was at the point of death. Those darn layovers. Yeah. And just for additional clarification, we're with Raheim today, but they all look alike. They sound alike. Goodness, yes. Michelle also said, Tom just read my mind. And AC says, I remember Sylvia had affirmation you say before bed to help heal cell memory. But I don't remember how it goes. Ooh, does anyone remember that? I
just ask.
Yeah.
In essence, just ask.
Mm-hmm. As I sleep tonight, dear God, please send angels and my guides to help me release anything that's carried over from a past life, so I can dream it out and get it out of my system. It's just something like that. Whatever rings true for you. All right. I think that's about it for our comments for now. Lively discussion over on YouTube about supplements, which is cool. But maybe we can move on to our second segment.
Sure.
All right. Feeling tired and sleeping a lot can be life is just not interesting right now, and you need to find something to make it interesting. All right. Alcoholism and amino acid glutamine, migraines, going to hear about, thyroids, and then vitamin E for supporting tendon health, amongst other things.
All right. Here we go.
Cool.
And you can transmit your own energy to replace theirs, and that's what creates the healing.
But sometimes when I'm looking at someone's aura, I see a break in it.
That means illness is coming through.
So should I complete that?
You go and cement it. You can cement it with your own energy without any loss of energy to you at all. That's eventually what you're going to do in a large scale when you go into the ministry. Yes.
Oh, thank you. I have had problems with my metabolism for about 9 years now, and I'm getting 30 pounds a few years back, and I know it's a silly question, but it's not easy.
When you get through this lawsuit, you lose it.
Lose the lawsuit or my weight?
No, you lawsuit, but you'll lose your weight.
Just naturally?
Naturally, because you've been carrying around this pain and guilt and this righteous anger that you have.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I'm always tired, but I always sleep. I always find that I'm always having to sleep a lot. I sleep more than most people.
It's because your life isn't that interesting. And so you've got to get something going, some kind of hobby, some kind of school. Get yourself busy. Sleep is a nowhere proposition. Yes.
What can my son do for his drinking problem?
Your son, for his drinking problem, will have his drinking problem for approximately 6 months, 3 weeks from now, and then he won't have it anymore.
What will he do to change it?
He gets sick of himself being this way.
Is it something he can do himself?
Yes, glutamine is a marvelous substitute for drinking. Glutamine is amino acid that cures most people drinking, especially when it's biochemical. Glutamine is a natural amino acid. Yes, in the back.
I want to know why is he having all these breathing problems since I was born?
I cannot hear.
He wants to know why he's been having all these breathing problems since he was born.
Because there's too much pressure coming from your mother. And I'm not saying anything bad about your mother. It's overprotective mother that makes a child not be able to breathe. Yes.
I've had a lot of miscarriages, and I was wondering.
You won't the next time.
I won't.
No. You had a tipped uterus and you had some problem with your left ovary. That's taken care of. And if it isn't, we'll make sure that we do something tonight. Your guides are in attendance with us, and I tell you, before you leave, you're going to feel better than you've ever felt before, and a sense of well-being. You're already beginning to elevate your temperature. Feel your face. Yes.
For years and years, I didn't feel I never had been sweet or so nice. And I always got out in the open and shouting and so on, but I still developed cancer.
But you didn't shout about the right things. You didn't shout about the fact that you felt so put upon, used. You just got angry. You didn't shout what was really going on in your soul and how sensitive you are. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
You're not going to die of this, not now. Yes.
My friend has liver cancer. Is there something I can do for her?
No. Time is now. You can give her consent to go. Yes.
I've experienced neck problems since the age of 27, and they seem to have relaxed a little bit lately.
You have a pinched nerve. It's like Sylvia had, and then eventually, as Francine told her, you wear it out. The nerve breaks. That's not a bad thing.
Doesn't cause further problems.
No, of course not. The nerve, you didn't need it anyway. Yes.
The lack of energy and the migraine headaches was causing that.
You have also a nerve in your cervical area, and that is usually corrected by niacin or niacinamide. Yes.
Francine told me that my thyroid was going crazy, and also in the blood work that they did for the thyroid came out normal, but it said that I possibly have hypoglycemia.
Yes, and when that's taken care of, then the thyroid follows suit.
So the hypoglycemia
Adds to the thyroid and hyperthyroidism and hypothyroidism. Yes.
so that corrected.
When you get on the diet of protein, it'll correct it immediately.
Help.
Oh, yes. Yes, in the back. The pencil in the air.
I have a great deal of pain constantly in my elbow and my right hand. Is it nerve damage? Will it get better? Is it arthritis?
Come here and let me see you. Give me your hand. It's in the corporal area. And it bothers you when you clutch your hand. Yeah, it's a tendonitis. It's the same as she has. I want you to start taking vitamin E for this. See if it won't go away now. Do you feel the heat? See if you don't get a great amount of relief from that. Yes. Yes, you.
My daughter's going in to have her adenoids and thyroid, or adenoids and tonsils taken out. Will that help her breathing, and will my son's heart murmur be okay?
Yes, the heart murmur is very common, and the adenoids help her to breathe, and her tonsils are infected, so you've got to have those out.
It'll help her breathing. And
Yes,
talking.
she's rattling when she breathes. Yes.
My friend Novus has a heart problem. It's a severe heart problem. Can she do something?
She's got to have surgery. Bypass.
Is she in danger?
No, but she should have it done fairly soon. Yes.
My husband has high blood pressure. My mom and father contributed to that, and yet I don't.
No, his mother did.
His mother and father both have high blood pressure.
His mother is what caused it.
Is there any way to alleviate it?
No, he likes it. Yes.
I'm diabetic, not worried how I got it.
You will find that there is a total cure within a year and a half from now on diabetes. And in the meantime, you have done all the right things, such as work out your body, try to stay as much into protein as you can, the same as the hypoglycemic must, and you'll really beat it. You'll put it into total remission until such time as there is a cure, which they're working on now and will be found. It'll be just a small capsule in which people take. Yes.
Raheim, my granddaughter, the littlest one, has tremendous skin problems, plus her breathing, like asthma. Is this a tie to my daughter, her mother?
Yes, it always is.
How can, because she's only 6,
she outgrows it. Absolutely, she does.
I heard what I thought was the answer. It wasn't about the red. And my understanding, the aura and the illness coming, it was a break in the aura. When you sense a break in the aura, that's when illness is coming. So being familiar with healing, getting yourself familiar with healing, learning to feel and getting validation from the person that you're doing the healing on can help you better understand what you're sensing. In church we offer the hands-on healing, and we're encouraged to visualize going through the body and assessing, what do we feel that's there? What are we getting a sense of? Visualize the heart, visualize the lungs, visualize all the other components there. And hey, does something stand out? Is something having a changing color? When you're doing a energy healing or hands-on healing on someone, do you get a sense of a change? I don't see auras myself, but some people do, and it's that. So again, it's a break in the aura is an indication that an illness is coming. And
that checks out. Yes.
And yes, you can play like silly putty and patch it up. Think of the aura as silly putty or whipped cream or something, and patch it back up.
Thank you so much. I'm glad that you heard that, because I was struggling. I was just like, repeat.
Yeah. I've done that.
So thank you very much. That's great.
Also, the person with the migraine, in my opinion of listening to that, that may not be, they may have felt that they had migraines, but in my understanding, that's not a typical migraine. Migraines are something else. Might have felt really bad. To my understanding, migraines, that particular migraine originated, the way I heard it, was from the lower back in the pelvic area. Something going on with a nerve down there, which was affecting, creating a headache. What is it? The sciatic nerve does a similar thing. It gets irritated down below, but it like gives problems all the way up. I see I'm freezing once in a while too. That's odd to me. Why does it get pinched in one place and hurt another? Well, that's our nervous system. I would encourage, go read about in the Journey of the Soul book, because I don't recall it off the top of my head, the suggested remedies for migraines.
Yeah. One thing that I've only had a migraine once in my life, with like the flashing lights and the zigzags that people report with like auras, and like I went completely blind. I recognized that I was having one. I was like, oh, this is new. And I pulled over because I was driving, and I was just stuck in the car for like an hour with just blind. It was bananas. Just
Wow.
absolutely bananas. But I'd had a terrible, terrible pain in my neck all day. And sometimes I wonder if, there's cerebral spinal fluid that is affecting the way that things can drain, or if there's muscles that are torquing things around. I don't know, but one thing that I do, because I notice that I do have pretty loose joints. I will use Raheim's recommendation to put your hand in front of you, like this. He said left hand in front, so it's center lined up with your sternum, and press on the wall, and just press as hard as you can, standing up as straight as you can. Press, 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 and then turn your head left, is what he said. And he said, you only need to do it once. And I do that. And my goodness, my headaches situation improved so much. So much. And it's the only thing that cures my headaches. I have to give it a couple hours for it to figure out, sort out. But oh my gosh, that's the only thing that works for me for headaches, was Raheim giving that basically physical therapy approach.
Yeah. Well, similar. I don't consider mine. I didn't consider mine migraines, but what right along the line is, I hadn't paid attention to the fact that I hold a lot of tension in my shoulders and my lower neck, and over time it's what's the right word? Gathered junk in there, as it were, as negativity does. It gathers, junk in your system, and that was irritating a nerve, which gave me a headache. And Chris recommended, go get a deep tissue massage, get rid of that tension in the upper shoulder. Sure enough, away went the headaches.
That's amazing, because I haven't heard you talk about headaches in a long time. That is amazing. I'm so glad it worked.
That's when probably you're remembering when I talked about it. That was the issue. That was
wow.
That was the issue at that time. I did deep tissue, and it was like, okay, great, that's done.
Good, fantastic. My. I'll read a couple comments, I suppose. Jorge says, that's me. I've been sleeping a lot and feeling bored. Waiting on my disability case and money to come through, so I can go back to school and join a gym. I'll pray for you for expedited, fun, joyful things in your future, whatever that looks like.
Well, also, what can you be doing now while you're waiting?
Yeah, art. calling up friends.
Volunteering somewhere.
Yeah, true. And it's okay to rest too, but I've been in kind of a rest period for a bit, and I'm now so ready to be done with it. So
Yeah.
It's like this whole thing with COVID. I think Chris said is like, what's the worst thing about being, at home with loved ones? And I was like, you know what, you got a point. I can give myself permission to relax, and that's what I did. But now I'm ready to go. Very, very ready to be done with this whole chapter. All right. Thomas says, I slept a lot last year because I was sick a lot, LOL, but I'm feeling way better now. God bless. I'm glad you're on the mend. Excellent. Chris Dufresne has a 3-question special going on right now. So you could ask one question for $39 if anyone is interested. I think I might take him up on that. Thank you so much for the shout out on that. Is there a way to treat dementia yet, or advice on how to talk to those who have it? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I don't recall off the top of my head either. Again, for advice that was noted about from Raheim and Francine is looking in the Journey of the Soul topic 3. You can order that. Go call the office and order a copy of that.
It'll look like, this is number 3. It'll look just like this, and I've got some tabs, and there is indeed a handy dandy couple of indexes. So here's like a whole bunch of things. We've got sinus congestion, skin eruptions, prostate cancer, narcolepsy, lethargy, menstrual cramps, migraines. Oh, well, since we're on the topic of migraines, let me read what this says.
Do the dementia. See if you can see a dementia first, and then we'll do the migraine.
Depression, detached retina, diuretic. I don't see dementia on this. No.
Can you put a thumb in that and then look way in the back?
I will.
All the way in the back is a like alphabetical index.
Okay. Dyslexia, Dead Sea Scrolls, Death, Divine Intervention, Dyslexia. I don't see dementia. And I don't see Alzheimer's. But I'll keep looking. I have one more way I can check this. I'll keep looking during the next segment. Yeah. But what it says for migraines, it says time release niacin. Cut out a strip of brown paper bag, soak it in apple cider vinegar, and put it across the forehead, but take care not to get vinegar in your eyes for 10 to 15 minutes, and only during the actual headache attack. Also, consider the herb feverfew for 4 or 5 feverfew per day. So those are some considerations to support with this problem. All right. But I'll look for dementia references in our next during our next segment. Kristen says fascial release work called melt. Oh, for that deep tissue work. Oh, it's interesting. Okay. Ramona says I try to expand my aura with all the colors of the rainbow to go as far as it can go. That's lovely. Erin says massage. I will try that. Thanks, everyone. Hope it's that simple. I hope it is too. Hope you get substantial relief. Hi, Gardens. She says she just got here, had a phone call. It just ended. Nice that you could make it. Tangela says dementia was when people give up on life. I do recall them saying, like, talking about that on the trances. Thank you, Tangela. This book, again, where do we get this one from, Tom? You could say it one more time.
Call the office.
Call the office. Okay. Fabulous. And say, I want to order Journey of Souls 3. Because there are 8 of these that look exactly like it. And so you can see Journey of Soul, topic 3. Itty bitty tools for protection. So that's what it is.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
that what I said? No, I
Oh, the
didn't.
office. Oh.
No, I'm sorry. I
Oh.
said the name of the title earlier, and I didn't think
Oh.
I said tools for protection. Anyway, topic 3.
Topic 3. Okay. All right. Shall we move on to our next segment then?
Sure.
Okay. Going to hear more about neck and back pain, nosebleeds, visualizing lead encasement during ill health. Quote, tell small children that if they don't listen, they have to learn. Direct quote from Raheim. Cracking joints and running. Cesarian sections are fine. And then some more about green and orange light, which has been his topic today in this trance.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Raheim, the first time I spoke with Francine, she said that I could hear. How can I best develop that?
No, just the laying on of hands is marvelous for you. You've always been wonderful at that. Yes, right over here.
I have neck and back pain.
I want you to start doing, as strangely as it may seem, stomach exercises for this by lying flat on the ground and pushing your back against and then releasing. That'll take care of it, I promise you. Yes. Yes.
I want to know about nosebleeds.
Yes, you should have it cauterized. You have very thin membranes in especially the right side of your nose, which causes this. It's hereditary. It's not a leukemic thing. It is not anything like that.
You know, it's only been worse the last 6-8 years.
Yes.
What about my son?
Same thing, but he's almost into the point of being, and he'll have his mostly in the spring and the fall, much worse.
What do you have with his allergies like that?
Yes.
Will his allergies go away?
Oh, yes, he'll outgrow those. Yes.
Okay. How come I had to have colon surgery?
Because you really, in a past life, had your stomach, you couldn't eat.
You were in a concentration camp time.
You couldn't eat anything. So in this life, you pulled it right through. You're finished with that now.
Okay.
You had an obstruction. I know you did. Yes, in the back here, in the back on this side.
Okay. Sylvia told me about 3 minutes ago, to start taking pills for a thyroid problem, and it's improved a lot, but I was wondering whether I'm taking enough pills.
How much are you taking?
Taking 3 tablets that contain about 50 milligrams of iodine.
No, you can take at least another 1 or 2. You'll notice that you start flushing water and everything else. Yes, right in front.
Raheim, one of the last times you came in, you talked to us about a lead encasement. Can you talk to us a little bit more about that, please?
Oh, when you are in a state of ill health or feel that you're coming down with something, I want you to feel or imagine or visualize that you are encased in lead, which means that nothing can get into you and everything is absorbed out of you. So think of yourself in a lead box. Lead is the most marvelous neutralizer of any negativity, and that's what the Finch boxes were made out of. Yes. Put a crystal on top of it, rotating at the same time. Yes.
The past year or so, I've been getting headaches, and I would like to know what it's called.
Math.
I have been having a lot of trouble with that.
That's what's causing your headaches. Yes. Yes, you.
My son has allergies and he refuses to get the allergy test done because he's afraid of needles. I was wondering if you could help me with.
Oh, he doesn't need the allergy test. They'll tell you you're allergic to everything. Just give him a lot of vitamin C and have him drink a lot of water and keep him off the junk food.
Oh, great.
Well, you know, even with small children are still old souls inside, and you must tell them that if they don't listen, they have to learn. That's what Sylvia's grandmother used to say, and it's always stuck. Yes, over here.
My husband always complains that he needs to crack his joints a lot. Could you tell me what's causing that? Why he needs to?
Because he feels like he wants to run.
How can he help that?
Run.
Exercise and
Yes. His bones are getting atrophied. Yes, in the back.
I was wondering about my father's having knee problems. Right now they're going to wait out doing any more with it, and the only thing they say they can do is put an artificial knee in.
That's not so bad. They've got to. It's disintegrating on him.
But according to that, he won't be able to have a job. He won't be able to work as an adult.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Why doesn't everybody want to listen to what people tell them to program them? Isn't it funny we don't want to listen to anything good, but the bad we absorb right away and begin to relate to it. People say, well, you'll never walk again. People say, okay, go into a chair. Yes.
Can auras be used to tell people's future illnesses?
Yes. It is the first indicator, better than any medical device.
My friend Kim is going to get very sick soon.
Yes.
Leukemia.
Yes.
Is there anything I can do to stop it now?
You could keep trying to cement that aura together. Yes.
One more question. Could you please tell me what's going on with my heart and been bothering me off and off?
You're going through the change in life and you're experiencing heart palpitations.
Well, that's true, but I've had heart problems ever since I was 13.
So is Sylvia, but you'll live a long time. It's a rheumatic heart.
Right.
Of course I'm right. Yes.
There's a lady that I work with and she's pregnant. And I want to know if she's going to have Cesarian. She's quite larger.
Yes, she's going to have. That's not a bad thing. Either it comes out a zipper or out the other way. What difference does it make?
The twin?
Yes.
My son is 9 years old and he has a problem with his mouth. He constantly slobbers. He's been doing it since I can remember. What can I do for him?
He's got an extra salivation problem. His salivary glands are working overtime. He'll outgrow that. Just don't make a big to-do about it.
He doesn't need his hospital.
No. Don't pay any attention to that. Yes.
Is there any health problems I should have?
I want you to make sure that you get, not because it's that serious, but a gynecological exam.
I have an enlarged gland that the doctors haven't been able to make go away. What can I do to make this thing go away? They don't know what it's coming from.
Come here to me. Where is the gland? Oh, that's your area. It's an infection. Here. Well, it is an infection over left over. What happens is it filters into the lymphatic. It's nothing. Do you feel the heat? Do you feel the heat this way? Do you feel how much that's burning? Not scaring you. I want to make it really hotter than that. Now it'll go away. So hot it made her dress sweat. Either that or I still have what it takes. Yes.
I have had a problem with my hip joint. Well, it's actually not in my hip, it just feels like it is, and they can't find anything wrong with it.
No, it's a sciatica.
So what do I do about it?
Start stretching, start walking, and start taking calcium. You're still a little bit young for that, but take calcium anyway.
Okay.
It'll relax it, yes.
Is there anything more that we can do for Sylvia physically to support her?
Love her.
No problem.
Yes.
My father's been having some problems with the lumbar for the back. I was wishing some people was causing that.
Heavy work.
Yeah, he works like 2 jobs.
Heavy work is what that means. You, being the kind son you are, and young people have a tremendous amount of energy, put green and orange light around his back, and all of a sudden it will begin to be better.
Helpful information about colors and healing, and that's how Journey of the Soul Topic 3 has all that combined. From it was created several years after a lot of these trances, so a lot of information is already compacted and organized for reading. Nosebleeds. I used to get nosebleeds too for the similar situation, and yeah, I tried getting it cauterized, and oh my god, well, it helped for a while, and then it didn't help. So it comes and goes, and makes for a challenge. And now, now I'm better at keeping it moist. Giving myself some oils and water. What is it? Spray in the morning to moisten it, so that I'm not starting out the day all crusty and dry. And anyway, that's what I've been doing to help keep that intact and lessening the issues.
Good. Yeah, Jason gets them really bad too. My husband, this last winter, he actually had to go to the doctor, like urgent care, a couple times because it was just so out of control. And what I did some research, and he has also gone through all the so much cauterization and whatnot. But what I tried with him after doing some reading research, I gave him, bless him, anything I put in front of him, he just won't fight me on. He'll just take it. So I gave him a men's multivitamin, vitamin C, in case it was allergy related, and also vitamin K, which is deficient. And vitamin K, it's deficient in a lot of American diets. And what it does is it gets minerals to the places where they should be. It's like a messenger. It's like a little truck. Carries things to where it's supposed to be. And between those three things, he didn't have a nosebleed for the rest of the winter. So we'll see how it goes next year. But the nosebleeds I sympathize with. My goodness.
Mine, I would get dry, and so first thing in the morning, I'm supposed to snort the saline solution. That's you could buy the bottles designed to do that. That helps moisturize it to start with, and then at night I'll use a little bit of. It depends on what I've got in stock. It's either Neosporin or something, and swish that around upside my nostrils so there's some.
Viscosity.
Well, yeah. Some moisturizer. That's probably the better term. Some kind of moisturizer there, right at the entrance. You breathe at night. You breathe through your nose, and it dries out on, which, I'm sure for many people that's an issue when it dries out.
Cool. I did not find the word dementia anywhere in any place that I looked. So, but I did find a couple Alzheimer's references. But specifically, I think somebody was asking, is there anything we can do to help someone with dementia? So I just have a little thing I'd like to read related to this, and do with it with what you will. So the question is, what can be done for people who are suffering from Alzheimer's or depression? And the answer from the spirit guides is try to help them break the pattern. This might take some coaxing on your part, such as saying, let's stay up and go out and have an early morning breakfast. Let's stay up really late. Let's get up early. Let's do something absolutely outrageous. So something you will not have to be time bound to breaks the monotony. And monotony patterns create depression, and it feeds into Alzheimer's. So I hope that that's helpful, and I send well wishes and prayers to anyone who needs it on this topic.
one of the, I guess I could say fun points, Raheim was talking about, made mention that if you don't listen, you have to learn. You know, telling somebody that if you don't listen, you have to learn. And I remember having in my mind that I had heard previously from Francine or Raheim about how my son was stubborn. And so I took that advice and was a little aggressive about, well, if you don't want to listen, you're going to have to learn. Is what I tell my son. And like a week later, we're at one of the ministers had a party, and we're there. The minister's daughter was there, and turns around and tells her younger son the same thing, but in a totally positive manner. And I'm like, oh my God, I totally blew it.
Oh no. Oh.
You know, Sylvia was typically, matter of fact, and, do it this way, or, if the kid's being rude or obnoxious, yeah, give him a swat kind of thing. And that's kind of the where I went with it. And here I'm hearing this positive version of him. I go, oh my God, I totally missed that. I don't remember the exact wording, but I remember like, oh, there's a better way to say it, isn't there? And that's I got to keep that in mind when I'm thinking about sharing ideas with people.
Yes, we're all learning better communication. It's such a work in progress.
Cool. Where are we with things?
I think
we're
ready for the special meditation.
Yes. Now it's time we encourage you to find that perfect place to sit with your feet flat on the floor and your palms upward on your lap, finding that comfortable place. This one's not real long, but it's a special one. It's unique from this trance. And so we're going to do this one instead of a Sylvia meditation. For those of you that need to pay attention to what you're doing, don't pay attention to us, but by all means, come back and listen to these wonderful meditations in the on-demand. And I believe we are ready. So sit back, relax, and we'll see you in a moment.
All right, I want you to put your hands upward. And I want you to put yourself in a relaxed state. I want you to close your eyes and feel that you are one unit of brilliant golden orange that is encased in this beautiful swirling green that comes on top of the orange. And now I want you to think of an amethyst-colored crystal that drops down almost from the sky and encompasses you. And from that crystal you begin to feel the power of God, because the crystal is like a larger, broader-based obelisk that's finger points directly to the sky. And I want you to feel that God, lightning like love, electrifies this crystal. And you feel the vibration of the healing of God's power radiating down this crystal that conducts the energy into your cellular structure. Heating your body up, not in a negative way, but to cleanse your body of all illnesses, all pain, and all mental suffering. And letting go of all the hurt and the guilt and the neglect and the rejection that you've experienced. And knowing that all of us and your guides and myself and God are here to help you release the pain of this, the pain of the burden of your life. Let yourself go and release. Let let yourself go and share in the beauty and love of God that is omnipotently with you. Feel that energy of God's finger moving right now down through the very power of this gorgeous crystal that gives God's unconditional love. And feel yourself rinse clean like a baptism. Bring yourself up to energy. May God's holy light shine upon you. May you stay in grace. May you walk in love. God bless you. All right, I want you to put your hands upward.
Did you make it back? Good.
Yes.
That's speechless in essence of, yeah, by all means come back and listen to that one again and get a second helping of that if you need it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great.
Which means we've done with that. So if you have any questions about what we shared, feel free to post in chat or email us questions to newspirit@novus.org. Of course, we appreciate listeners, both live and on demand. You can show your appreciation for New Spirit Radio by sharing, liking, and subscribing that I've mentioned earlier. Find our websites at novus.org, sylviabrowne.com, and chrisrightnow.com. Yes, most of you know about Facebook. Many of you know about YouTube as well. We have, let's see. First Sunday of the month, we have live in-person Sunday services that you're welcome to participate in, whether you want to be there or be invited to the private Facebook group. They're when they do Facebook Live. Also, on the first Sunday of the month, you'll also find I have posted on Facebook and YouTube Sunday service with classics by Larry and Sylvia. On the last Sunday of the month, you can be invited to participate in a special Sunday Zoom service, which is hosted by our Reverend Ellen Schloss, who also does the live in-person in Las Vegas. Now's the time for the novena that I spoke about. I'm going to give a little bit of an explanation for this. We have heard many times how we are a spark of the divine, and to help remind us of that and release more of the negative programming of lifetime after lifetime of saying, oh, no, you're not, and you're not worthy, or you're not special. Well, reminding us of that spark of the divine, we're going to say a phrase together. I'll lead us off, but we're going to say this together, and we're going to say it 3 times, and then I'll tell you what to ask for afterwards, and we're going to do that 3 times. This is a helpful reminder of, and the phrase is, that would help, the phrase is, I am God, I am part of God, I am God. All things are possible because I am God. And this goes along with our tenet number 10 that says, let no one convince you that you are less than a God. Do not let fear imprison your spiritual growth. What I'd like you to do is visualize that we're all together in a huge room, or even in space if you'd like, out in the ethers. We're holding hands together, making this huge circle. Doesn't matter when you're watching this. And we're all going to say this together, and I'm going to lead us off here. Here we go. I am God. I am part of God. I am God. All things are possible because I am God. I am God. I am part of God. I am God. All things are possible because I am God. I am God. I am part of God. I am God. All things are possible because I am God. Now, ask for things for yourself. Okay, here's the second one. I am God. I am part of God. I am God. All things are possible because I am God. I am God. I am part of God. I am God. All things are possible because I am God. I am God. I am part of God. I am God. All things are possible because I am God. Now, ask for things for others. Okay, and the last one. I am God. I am part of God. I am God. All things are possible because I am God. I am God. I am part of God. I am God. All things are possible because I am God. I am God. I am part of God. I am God. All things are possible because I am God. Now, picture our light going out like a beacon of light for others seeking this spiritual knowledge. Think of something you appreciate from last week so you can carry that thought through next week to help keep you mentally appreciative, positive, and uplifted. Now, show your appreciation to Francine and Raheim for researching all of this wonderful knowledge, Sylvia for coming to this insane asylum of the universe to start this movement and for showing us how to get some peace of mind and grace while we're here, Asna for helping us and protecting us, and Father God for providing us the most prestigious school for us to experience, learn, and satisfy our unique spark of curiosity. Appreciate Bobby Gold for some of the graphics and some of the audio, but especially we appreciate Sammy Sweet Spirit and Javon for our wonderful theme music, our intro outros. Writing, setup, and hosting is Reverend Catherine Taylor. Editing, technical direction, and hosting is Reverend Tom Bigley. And now, a prayer by Sylvia. And by all means, start putting in the comments what you learned from this show, and we are going to paste that across the screen for everyone to see in the video. What am I doing? Oh, I'm trying to find our... Something didn't go right here. All right, here we go. Here's a prayer by Sylvia.
Prayer to be in God's service. Dear God, we ask you for the enlightenment to be able to heal, to be able to give your word out, to give us strength to maintain a peace of mind that will stay in our hearts. All healing God, we ask to go out to all the people who need our help, all the people who are named in our hearts, and even those people who remain nameless to us, whether they are poor, deprived, in a foreign country, homeless, are persecuted by race, creed, or religion. We ask for help and blessing for everyone. We ask for a ray of gold light to go into every heart that needs it. Most important, Lord, we ask that all of these souls accept your divine light, your comfort, and your presence, and develop the will to go forward. We ask to finish this life and be proud of what we have done. Just like in school, we are helping our teacher. We add our hands, our shoulders, and our lips to your service. We ask this in the name of the Mother, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
And Kat's going to tell us.
We love you very much. Have a fabulous rest of your week. Take care of yourself, and good night.
For so long we have ignored you, as if you were not there. All praise went to the Father. We were so unaware that through the years you've shed your tears for all the pain we bear. Oh, Asna, how we love you. Place no one above you. Always thinking of you. Bless your name. You are Mother God. You've planted every blade of grass, creator of the stars. And when I'm feeling down and out, you mend my broken heart. So now I sing this song of thanks because of who you are. Oh, Asna, how we love you. Place no one above you. Always thinking of you. Bless your name. You are Mother God. You're more than a friend to me. You give me everything I need. In your peace you hold me tight. You are the bringer of the light. With no fear we boldly stand, because you hold this world in your hands. You are the truth, you are the hope and love we never knew. Oh, Asna, how we love you. Place no one above you. Always thinking of you. Bless your name. You are Mother God. Mother